This is the post-game video for the Detroit Lions victory against the Green Bay Packers, going to Lambeau Field with a dominating performance by our Lions. Both offense and defense stepped up in this game in a major way. When it come to it, the Lions were doing so good in the first half. It was absolutely dominating. They go up and they take to the half. Then they come back at the second half, a little adversity. Green Bay scores a couple, but what do? The Detroit Lions stops them, and they go for a touchdown drive. Pretty much ends the game at that point. Love seeing the adversity hit us and how we recover. To me, in years past, the Detroit Lions would lose a game when the adversity's hitting, right? We're up, and then the points start to creep back, and the Lions would lose. This is not the same old Lions. They stopped it, negated it, touchdown drive. I love what I'm seeing from this football team from a defensive perspective. The defense is really, I think, propelling the Detroit Lions to a different, line of what we've seen for many years. We've had good offense, but the defense, generally speaking, would not pick up the slack, and they sure did here. Both offense and defense for the Lions did a phenomenal job. We'll start with Jared Goff here now. His first pass was actually an interception, and I think all Lions fans said, oh, crap, right? With that said, we've seen what the Lions defense did. They just gave Jordan Love hell on that first possession, and I think a lot of Lions fans, including myself, was saying, you know what? I think we got this. That defense was just so disruptive on that first series. The amount of sacks that we gave Jordan Love in this game was absolutely amazing. 2 games in a row where the Detroit Lions defense and defensive line stepped up in a massive way. Right now in the comment section, who is your most valuable player for this game? Just put the name in the comment section. It could be offense, it could be defense, it could be special teams. Let's continue with Jared Goff. 19 for 28, 210 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Now the stats are going to show, that's not that big, right? It's not a big day for Jared Goff. He made a lot of crucial passes. If you've seen from Josh Reynolds, again, who stepped up, making those crucial passes for big gains. The play action continues to be the strength of the Detroit Lions. But make no mistake about it, David Montgomery is my MVP of this game. David Montgomery was 32 for 121, 3.8 average, and 3 touchdowns, along of 16. The return of David Montgomery gives a different dimension to this offense. We've seen it without it. We struggle a little bit. With Montgomery inside, the Detroit Lions are very difficult to stop. Even a good defense like the Green Bay Packers, the Lions are able to capitalize and just beat and wear teams down. That's what they did in this game. The time of possession was ridiculous, specifically in the first half for the Lions, because the Green Bay Packers just could not stop the Lions' run game. They just couldn't. Khalif Raymond had a big one with a nice little jet sweep of 1 for 40 yards. That was an amazing play. Jared Goff ran it too as well. Jared Goff, this is 2 weeks in a row where he rolls out and gets some nice yards. Jahmyr Gibbs was 8 for 40, an average of 5 yards a carry. Shout out to Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit Lions offense of running. They can run. Did you look at Josh Reynolds? This guy has just been outstanding. 3 for 69 yards, 23 average with 6 targets. Josh Reynolds is making big catch after big catch after big catch. Okay, this guy is coming up clutch. St. Brown, 5 for 56. We know Mr. Captain Clutch there. And Sam Laporta, 4 for 56. We have a dynamic pass offense. It may not have the biggest names in the world. We don't have all the largest names. We don't got a Devontae Adams, or we don't have, a Jamar Chase. But we got guys that are getting it done for this offense. We got Josh Reynolds. We got Khalif Raymond. We got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Sam Laporta is the tight end. And Jahmyr Gibbs can be out the backfield. Really good job for that. I love seeing it. You want to see what this defense did? Jordan Love was 23 for 36, 246 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Great work. Great work by the Lions defense, getting those interceptions. And we had a little adversity as well on defense. Brian Branch went down. A lot of us were worried but he came back on the field, got injured again, probably did the same ankle injury. It's not serious. He just needs rest, and we got 10 days rest for him to rest up. I love that he wanted to get out there and play. They should have kept him on the sideline, in my opinion. But what also, in my opinion, is a good idea, today's show is sponsored by PrizePicks. Man, I'm so excited to partner with PrizePicks, the brand new sponsor for Chat Sports. PrizePicks.com/CLNS, code CLNS. They will match your deposit match up to $100. And if you want to spice up your NFL Sunday, get started with PrizePicks right now. PrizePicks is a skill-based, real money, daily fantasy sport game, and if you are looking to have more fun on game day, look no further than PrizePicks. How does it work, you ask? Well, here's how you pick 2 to 6 players, and if you'll get more or less than their prize projection, you can win up to 25 times more your money any given entry. On PrizePicks, you aren't competing against other people. It's just you versus the projections available instead of battling thousands of other players, including pros and sharks who study this stuff 24/7 with PrizePicks. It takes less than 60 seconds to make your picks, so get started right away. Here are my picks for this week. On Sunday, you got Tua Tagovailoa. I think he's going to get more than 275 yards passing. Why is that? Well, Miami's offense has been killing it in the pass game. Desmond Ridder, I think he gets less than 191 in passing. They like to run the football a little bit more. And Trevor Lawrence, I'm going to give him more than just 238 yards passing. So get started with PrizePicks right now. It's prizepicks.com/CLNS, code CLNS for a deposit match up to $100. Why is it code CLNS? Because that's our ad agency partner. Use code CLNS. It's real easy. 4 letters to get a $100 match when you sign up. So download the app today, and the link will be in the description and comment section of this stream. It's prizepicks.com/CLNS, code CLNS. We talk about the Lions defense, something as now, it's been 4 weeks. One thing the Detroit Lions defense right now is elite at is stopping the run. Okay, Aaron Jones, their great back over there for Green Bay, 5 carries for 18 yards, 3.6 average. 5 carries for 18 yards. Think about that. A.J. Dillon, 5 for 11. Jordan Love, 2 for -2. Their total run was 12 carries for 27 yards. That is amazing run defense. And if you can stop the runs against Bijan Robinson and Aaron Jones, you're good. You are good to go. And that spells great news for our Detroit Lions. They absolutely stopped that run. Great work by Aaron Glenn in this game. Total yards, Lions had 401. Packers, 230. Romeo Doubs, their receiver, had 9 for 95. That's okay. The Lions defense did a really good job in this game. So shout out to the Lions defense. Brian Branch, 7 total tackles, 5 solo. Derek Barnes, 6 total tackles, 2 solo. Great work. A total of 5 sacks in this game from the Lions defense. Last week, 7 sacks. This week, 5 sacks. They are getting to the quarterback. And I was watching the Green Bay offense, and they were adding 2 running backs, extra protection for Jordan Love, and the Lions' defensive line was still getting to them. They are doing what we wanted them to do. I got to give mad love to Mr. Aaron Glenn. In 4 weeks, 1 bad game, 3 good games. Very good job. Aaron Glenn deserves a lot of credit for this game. Show him some love in the comment section. He takes heat, and I gave him heat after the Seattle game, but he needs to get love after today. Jerry Jacobs, he had a rough couple games before today. Guess what? He gets an interception. Looked a lot better. He had 3. He was the 3rd best in tackles, 5 for 5, and an interception, 4 pass defense. Jerry Jacobs was very good today, locked down. Amazing work by him. It's good to see players who, they're dealing with a little bit of issues, and they come out and they respond. This is what this coaching staff is doing to this football team. They are getting the best out of the players, and they're getting responses that you want to see. You want to see them be able to come back maybe after a tough game or a tough bad play by certain players and respond, and they're doing that. This is something else that the Lions have been really focusing on, and it's a kudos to Dan Campbell and the Lions coaching staff. So what does this mean? The Lions are 3-1, head of the NFC North. The Green Bay Packers are 2-2, and the Bears and Vikings are 0-3. The Detroit Lions are in great position right now to win the division for the first time, the NFC North division, and host a playoff game. They are doing what we wanted them to do. A lot of off-season hype, and what do? They actually bring what the hype was all about. They're showing their dominance. Going to Green Bay and just beating the crap out of the Packers. That is something that it's hard to do to go to somebody else's team. So far this year on the road, Kansas City, we beat them. And in Lambeau Field, we beat them. Maybe the two hardest places to road to play, and the Lions beat those football teams. We got 10 days off. The Carolina Panthers come to town. The Lions will absolutely be favored in that game, and hopefully you get players back that's been injured, right? The players like Big V for the offensive line. Emmanuel Mosley should be back for that game. Looking good. And no significant injuries today. Brian Branch dinged up, but not a significant injury. Better than it was last week where we took a lot of issues, a lot of injuries. And so it's really good to see our Detroit Lions come out here and show what they're made of. Show what they're made of, folks. And it's really good. I'm happy for you Lions fans, such as myself. We've been waiting for a long time for this football team to be good. We are good right now. We are getting it done. So that's why you want to hit that notification bell. You want to subscribe to the channel. Why? Because we bring you Detroit Lions content constantly. We're going to go through every single game for you. We're going to get it done. Detroit Lions versus everybody. Hit that notification bell. Subscribe. Detroit Lions winning the division, baby. It's looking like it. With that said, adios.